Good morning, besties. Welcome to another beautiful, lovely day. So as you guys know, I'm on a journey to reconnect with my creativity. I'm currently working on the Artist Way workbook and I am on week 1. So just to kind of give you an idea so far of what this book entails, day number 2 suggest taking yourself on an artist date, which I have not done, so I just skipped to page number 3 for now, and I'll do that another day this week. So page number 3, the task was to time travel. So describe 3 old enemies of your creative self-worth. Be specific, obviously. Your historic monsters are the building blocks of your core negative beliefs. So it tells you to put anyone that ever put you down on something creative. And it says, this is your monster hall of fame. More monsters will come to you as you work through your recovery. It is always necessary to acknowledge creative injuries and grieve them. Otherwise, they become creative scars and block your growth. So that's just basically like what I've done so far. And I think I'm going to do another one this morning. So it's actually pretty interesting how as you're working on the different pages, because I'm only 3 pages in, besties, but it's sparking different thoughts that you don't realize you had. It really allows you to reevaluate a lot of things in your life and just kind of see those little things that really bothered you. For example, yesterday I did the one about the enemies. Today I'm doing one where I'm writing a letter in defense of myself to my enemies. Yesterday when I was filling out my enemies, I was like, I don't really have any enemies. I can just simply like put, you know, little comments that people said, and that's what I ended up doing. But now as I'm writing this one to my enemy, I'm like, oh yeah, like that's like a big reason why I feel like I hold myself back a lot. When you think of, you know, working on your creativity, you think of just people putting down your creative work, but honestly, anything could really affect it. Your confidence can affect your creativity in a sense, because you think you're not good enough, you think you're not pretty enough, you think you don't have the funds for it, or, you know, etc. So there's a lot of it that goes into rebuilding and trying to recover your creativity. This morning we are going to be making some machaca. We get this from a carniceria in Mexico and it is so good. Plus it's already shredded, it's already pre-cooked. These are some leftovers from a meal my mom and dad got yesterday. I'm going to use these instead of having to chop up some fresh ones. Plus we're not being wasteful. So all we're gonna do for these is put in some water to reheat them up so that they're not super dry. The only thing is though that the meat is so long, so I'm gonna cut it up with some kitchen scissors. Okay, let's get some frijoles on my plate. Breakfast is served and it looks beautiful and delicious, and I cannot wait to dig in. Cheers. Okay, so as you guys saw earlier, this is the first week that I'm working on my workbook for the Artist Way, and it said to take yourself on an artist date. I just had a great idea for an artist date, so we're gonna take ourselves on an artist date later today. We're gonna take a fun little road trip, and then we're also gonna be going to a junk journal event, which should be fun. And lastly, we are going camping. I have always wanted to go camping, and I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Fun little events for us planned ahead. Checking in, we are going to go on our little artist date for the week. It's going to be something very simple. I'm going to go into Barnes & Nobles because I need a new journal. You guys know I used to have an addiction where I would buy planners and journals and never fill them up. I'd start them but never finish them. However, I have established with myself that I am going to only buy notebooks
once I finished my current one. And I'm so close to finishing it. And since I'm doing the morning pages, I'm going to finish it in no time. I thought I would come and check out Barnes & Noble's journal section and see if I can find one. And then I'm thinking of getting a little coffee from that little coffee shop we went to not long ago because it's right by here. So I'm going to go and pick that up. But as I was driving over here, I was having a little conversation with myself in my head, and I thought it would be a good reminder to share. And it's basically just the reminder to take some time for yourself. And I know a lot of people will instantly say, I don't have time in my day, I'm spread thin with all my other obligations, I have kids, I have this, I have that. And I get it, it's hard to find time for yourself every day, but you can find 5 minutes in your week. We think that taking time for ourselves means having to take an entire day, but all you need is just 5 minutes. 5 minutes to just be there with yourself intentionally. You know, grabbing a cup of coffee. A lot of us do that every single day. Taking yourself to grab a coffee doesn't feel like a date. It doesn't feel like taking care of yourself. But you have to ask yourself, are you intentionally grabbing coffee, or are you just grabbing it out of habit? I know people that grab coffee in the morning not because they want it anymore, it's a habit. And actually, one of them shared that they've realized that it's literally a comfort. Like, they grab their coffee in the morning because they're used to grabbing it, but then they go about their day, they never drink from their coffee, they just simply have it in their hand, and it just brings some sort of comfort. So now, if that's the case, you know, if you're just going to grab the coffee because you feel like you need it, you're just used to it, try doing it intentionally. If you go through the drive-through, get off, get your coffee. Maybe go a little bit earlier in the morning because you know that the lines are busy. If you're grabbing yourself some food for lunch, maybe instead of sitting there in your car, maybe you can intentionally grab your food and then go to a park, sit down, enjoy the food, be out there, listen to the birds chirping. And it's just little changes. That's all you need to make. Like, it doesn't have to be a whole day. We can literally find 5 minutes in a week. That's a challenge for yourself this week. Take yourself on a little artist date, a little date, just in general. 5 minutes is all you need, but do something for yourself this week. Okay, let's go into Barnes and Nobles and then we'll go grab my coffee. And I'm back. It is so hot out there. Oh my god, it's 112 degrees. I didn't get what I intentionally went in there for. I just wasn't vibing with any of the journals I had in there for my deepest, darkest secrets, but I still got a little something for creative ideas. Isn't she a beauty? She's so simple. It's a little spiral notebook, which I personally like for ideas because I like it when I can lay a notebook flat. It's also made in Japan, which you guys know what that means. It has my favorite paper in the world, and it is grid style, which I thought was fun. But let me show you guys what it looks like. Isn't she beautiful? The color is also this off-white color, which I think is amazing. And then there's this little clear sheet protector on the back. Oh, there's several. Amazing. Oh my god, I love it already. I can't wait to use it. But let's go grab my coffee because I do have to go. We're going to be going to Mexico and I should be heading home. Oh my god, it is so hot. I am overheating. I'm gonna leave my sunshades on because it is so hot. We grabbed our coffee. I'm actually trying something new today. This is a Dalgona coffee. I'm excited to try it. I've only ever tried Dalgona coffee when I make it at home, but let's try this coffee shop's version. Cheers. I feel like I could add some sugar to it, not gonna lie. But I think all the sugar is on top because when I drink it normally, it tastes a little bit sweeter. I did also get a little sweet treat. So these are Nutella croissants. I love Nutella. I love croissants. It was calling my name. Cheers. I just know warming these up would be next level. It is filled with Nutella on the inside. Okay, I'm gonna go now because I do have to go. But this was a very successful date. Like, I would 10 out of 10 go out with myself again.
Yo pienso que tienes hambre porque ya tienes rato que no has venido a Mexicali y estabas bien asustado porque no sabías dónde llegar, cómo vas a llegar, qué vuelta dar.
¿Qué me estás diciendo? ¿Que soy rookie o qué?
Yo no lo dije, yo no lo dije.
Ella no lo dije. I thought you were American.
Yo no lo dije, tú lo dijiste.
That was great camera work. Anyways, we are in Mexico and we just stopped to get some food. We're gonna get some tacos dorados. What do you rate it?
I rated, I think, a 9 because it needed just a little bit more meat, but it's delicious.
What do you rate it? I rated about an 8. I think it was just missing like a little spice, a little kick. What do you rate it? That was disgusting. I am not keeping that in. What do you rate it?
Overall, I would rate.
My great camera work. It's like halfway over here.
Overall, I think I would rate my meal like a 7.5, but like overall experience, maybe like an 8, 8.5.
Ama, what do you rate it?
9. Le falta la salsa.
Period. Queens, no.
It's the same one, girl. I know. It connects to the other side. This place is so big. Look, it keeps going over there, and it keeps going over there. And then we went from that way, and there was like pasillos that way, and that way, and that way. We're never getting out of here.
We are finally back home. Time to do a little night skincare routine. As you can see, nighttime is a little bit more jam-packed, but let's get started. So first thing we are going to do is comb out my hair. Especially after a long day, it feels so good to comb it out. Today especially was such a long day, but such a fun day. I feel like I lived 9 lives in one day. I literally started my morning with a workout routine. I went to work, took myself on a little artist date. We went to Mexico, went to California, and now we're back in Arizona. First thing I'm going to use is the Kerastase 8-Hour Magic Night Serum. I do about 2 pumps because I have a lot of hair. I know that when I apply it instantly, my hair just feels softer. It looks a little healthier, smells beautiful. I love the smell. And I don't know just yet if I'm obsessed with it or if I love it even. I do like the instant results it gives me, but long term, I don't know just yet. Next, we are going to wash my face. So I'm going to pin back my bangs. My current face cleanser is the Soy Fresh cleanser, something like that. I don't know, what's this one? Ignore Gigi in the background. And I love how gentle this cleanser is. Also, I try to scrub it in for at least 60 seconds because I read once upon a time that that's the amount of time it takes for something to really take effect. And now we're just gonna pat my face down. Moving on to step number 2, I like to use a face toner. Currently, I'm using the Paula's Choice Pore Reducing Toner. And then I like to pat it on and mainly focus it on my T-zone area where my pores are a little bit more prominent. No, I'm filming. Why?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm actually on live. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay. Living with siblings. Am I right? Time to add my dew. I hope that's how it's pronounced. That's what I'm going with. Reviving eye gel. I love this. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this under my eyes, around my eyes, and just let my skin soak all of that in. So now, another product you saw this morning, my Dew Instant Angel Lipid Rich Facial Moisturizer. Or I'm sorry, not this morning, but in last week's video. In the morning, I actually also forgot to add, but I will give myself a little face massage by bringing it down here. What is this called? Flushing? I forget what it's called. Lymphatic drainage. I'm not a professional, but I honestly feel like it works. I just bring it down my neck, so I like scoop up and then bring it down my ears, and then right here is where we have a lymphatic drainage system. I don't know. I just heard it. I do it. It works. I believe in placebos. Sue me. Or there are also times when I do have a little bit, or like when my moisturizer is a little bit more fresh, I like to go around the ears and then bring it down, and that one feels extra good. But I don't do it as often because, again, I feel like this would probably feel better with oil because I don't want to drag my skin too much. But for the most part, I just bring it down like this. But this one, amazing. So yesterday we were able to complete the artist date. So today I'm able to fill out page 2, which I skipped yesterday. So this one says, take yourself on an artist date. And we talked about this yesterday, how you don't have to be super extravagant. Like the example they give is going to the dollar store and buying a bunch of little things. Like take $5, buy what you can with $5, which won't get you far in this economy. But, you know, get yourself little things. They said you can, for example, get yourself a pack of gold star stickers, and then throughout the duration of the course, just give yourself little gold stars, you know, to kind of boost your mood. And it sounds silly, but I promise you it will make you feel so good. It's like the high five habit that Mel Robbins talks about. You know, every time you do something that you've been wanting to do and you accomplish it, high five yourself in the mirror. It feels silly at first, but afterwards it feels good, and you just look forward to high fiving yourself in the mirror every single day because it boosts your mood. So do things that feel silly, that make you feel like a kid again, because really that will restore happiness in your life. I think as adults we start to think that we have to be so mature, that we can't do this, we can't do that because we're too old. But you're never too old. Do the things that make you feel like a kid again, and just learn to re-enjoy life and find the positives in little things and enjoy every moment. I promise you, your life will change. I said this in a couple of videos ago. If you stop hating life, life will stop hating you. When you are so down in the dumps, negative, yes, sometimes there are things that you cannot control, unfortunately, but you can work to stop being that way. Like I used to be that way. I used to be such a Debbie Downer. I used to be such an anxious person. I would think about all of the negatives, but I spent time really working on myself, and every time I had a negative thought, I would try to push it away, and I would try to cover that with a positive thought. Or like if something bad happened, I would look at the positives of the situation and try to do that for every situation. And I still get down, I still get sad, obviously, and I'm not positive all of the time, but for the majority I try to be, and it just changes things. So I think I'm going to share several little dates here, but this one I put July 9th, the bookshop date. Today I went to Barnes & Noble's to get a new journal. I searched for the one that felt right. However, to no avail, I walked out with something else. I got an ideas notebook. I am now itching to crack it open and fill it with ideas. a perfect example of how the artist state can feed my inner creative. So that was genuinely so fun. I loved yesterday's little day. Like, it literally sparked something inside of me. So I'm about to go to a little junk journal event at a local coffee shop, which I'm so excited for. I will show you guys what I'm taking. They will also have supplies there, but they said to take some of your own stuff if you want. So I have my little zipper pouch here packed full with some of my favorite highlighters. I have the little tape thing that I use, which actually, I think I actually bought the refillables, not the actual little device, but I've been using it like this and it works. It's fine. Another highlighter. I'm taking my little star stamper, and then I'm gonna junk journal in my scrapbook. I'm also taking my Polaroid camera because I want to take a picture of me and Ruby and put that in my junk journal. Also, I have this filled with some random stuff. Like, I have this gold sticker set. I have a pack of stickers. I'm taking these little pieces of paper. I have this little Snoopy thing. I mean, really it's a bunch of random things, but the whole point of a junk journal is random things. So I just have a couple of different calendar dates.
So the event started at 5. We got there maybe around like 5:30, and it was already so packed. So we ended up placing our order for drinks. I got a strawberry cold foam latte that was so yummy. I actually really enjoyed it. And then we sat outside since it was full inside. But randomly, every other day this week has been so hot. And this day it decided to be windy. So there's that. But I will say that despite the heavy wind, it made for a fresher setting. And even though we were fighting to keep our papers and our supplies down, it was so much fun. Honestly, I still enjoyed it, and great company will always do that. So I'm grateful that Ruby attended this little junk journal session with me. It was so much fun. Honestly, I enjoyed it. I loved the creative freedom with it because I really went in not having any idea of what I wanted to do. I took the stuff that I had with me. Ruby had some stuff with her. We shared, and also actually everyone was so nice. This one sweet girl that walked out shared her Hello Kitty stickers with us. So I took one and put it down on my journal, and people were checking in on us. People were sitting down and having a little conversation with us. It was so nice, honestly. I am gonna go camping. I am so excited. Like, you literally do not understand. This has been a huge dream of mine for so long. I've always wanted to camp out in the wilderness, sleep in a tent, cook my meals outdoors, and just do all of the camping things. My favorite YouTube content to consume are videos of people going camping. Like, I will literally watch someone camp, set up tent, no music, nothing. I love it. I love the peace and quiet, and those videos are my favorite. Although I will be honest, I don't know how much I will film of my camping trip because I really just want to disconnect. As you guys know, I've been having a lot of stress build up. I just feel like so much is happening, and I want to take the time to disconnect. So I will try to film some stuff for you, but I am so excited to go. You guys do not understand. Right behind me, I have my camping outfit. I planned this out. I got this cute little fish shirt in my favorite color, butter yellow. And then I got these cargos. Really, I'm just preparing for the first day because we're only going for a day and a half. So the first day is really all that matters. But let's pack up my suitcase. I don't think you really take suitcases to go camping, but I'm taking a suitcase to go camping. So we're only really going for one full day, which is tomorrow, Saturday. And then we're coming back Sunday. So that's my Saturday outfit.
For Sunday, I think I'm just going to take my little capri cargos. I think for sleeping, I'm going to take these. I don't know really how cold it's going to be or not. It says it's going to get 60s, which is cold, but I don't think it's that cold. So I think I should be fine. So I'm just going to take a pair of my American Eagle leggings. And I think that should be good enough. I think as long as I have this, maybe like a pair of socks, I'll be okay. Fingers crossed. We'll hope. Okay. And then I think to sleep in, I will take my little Disney Fort Wilderness Explorer t-shirt. I've always wanted to take this one camping, and I'm getting to live my dream now. So we're going to pack that. In case it does get cold, I'm going to pack this long sleeve t-shirt that I can throw on underneath this. Because normally for me, if I get cold up here, not so much my legs. So I think I, again, should be fine. We'll hope. So we'll do that. And then what am I going to wear for this day? I'm going to throw this little tank top on to come back in with this little cover on top. I think that should be cute. And I will do, I think maybe like one of my workout tops with these shorts. These are clean. I literally just put them on, so I'm going to take those off in a little bit and put them in there. Gonna pack this little bag with my underwear, bras, sleeping bra, a workout bra to get wet in, and then of course our essentials. We've got our face wash, moisturizer, lip balm, eye cream, face cream, serums. And then over here we have our toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, sunscreens, tongue scraper. And then I need some shoes to get into the river in. And these are literally perfect. Look at, they have a little s'more on them. Perfect. I'm going to take a pair of just regular chanclas and a pair of shoes. These are honestly really dirty, so I'm going to take these because it won't hurt me if they get even more dirty, but I do need to find a way to clean them. So let's go camping. I can't wait.
Good morning, besties. I'm whispering because everyone else is still asleep, but it's currently 4 a.m. I woke up just a tad bit earlier to get ready. But today is camping day. I'm so excited. I thought I would show you guys my little camping outfit. We have made it to the campground. A little tent tour. It is really hot though. We are about to go swimming, so I'm gonna change real quick. Good morning. We are making our way to the bathroom for a morning pee. My second morning pee. Guys, this is my first time camping ever. And I have to say, I had my fair share of camping moments.
we had planned for everybody to make different meals every single day. Yesterday when we got here, me and Brenda made some bacon, egg, and cheese croissants, which, not to toot our own horn, they were pretty tasty. And then afterwards, we just kind of chilled, relaxed. It's been so nice because we actually don't have that much signal up here, so we can't even go on social media if we wanted to. And then we decided to go down to the river where we were gonna float. My little floaty took off and I was fighting for my life. I didn't get far, for being honest, but it was still really scary because the current was so strong and it took me, and there was rocks underneath, and then I hit the back of my foot and now it's a little swollen, but I think it's gone down because I was limping a little bit yesterday and I'm totally fine today. We also had a little fire going last night, which was so relaxing. It's been so nice to be out here hearing all of the birds chirping. Sorry, I had to make sure that nobody was awake because there's like campers everywhere. We went for several walks up and down this thing, which was really nice. We played the hot seat game, which is basically like ask questions. So we had the little campfire going and we were going around. Everybody was answering their questions. We made s'mores. It was a vibe. Me and Brenda are in charge of breakfast. So this morning we're also going to make crepes for everyone. So that'll be fun. It was fun to cook outside in nature. And then, oh, I forgot to tell you guys, last night I had to layer up because it was so cold. I did not prepare for the weather. I layered up on my American Eagle leggings and the pants that I had yesterday, which, by the way, these pants are amazing. They're so comfy. They're so roomy. They are great quality. I highly recommend them. But anyways, it was really, really cold last night. I was freezing. And because I think I was shivering and shaking, I had to pee so bad since 2 a.m. But obviously I was not going to walk down here at 2 a.m. at night. So I kept like trying to meditate myself back to sleep and convince myself that I only have to wait another hour. And then finally at 5 a.m. when the sun started peeking through, I'm like, Brenda, go with me to the bathroom. And we finally came. But now I'm going down for my second pee because I feel like I have to pee again. Okay, thank you for coming with me. I have to say, everything echoes camping. Like, you can hear everything. You can hear your next door neighbors snoring. So, I don't know what I do in my sleep, but can't hear myself, so that's all that matters. But anyways, we're here for another half a day or so, but it's been so fun. I'm very grateful to have experienced my first ever camping trip.